Everything feels loud and numb at the same time. Your brain's a browser with 43 tabs open, and not one of them is loading. You forget why you walked into the room. You forget what you were studying 5 minutes ago. You scroll to escape. The stress? Then forget what you were stressed about. And every January, every Monday, every tomorrow, you whisper the same lie. Next time, I'll actually lock in, but next time never shows up. So here's the wake-up call you've been dodging. This is how to remember everything like the Japanese students and study less doing it. Look, let's get real. You're not too busy. If you're not too tired, you don't lack focus, stop the excuses. You spent 3 hours scrolling through TikTok yesterday, and tell me again how you don't have time to study. You say you want to ace that exam, land that job, change your life, but your actions scream otherwise. Trying isn't the same as doing. Watching videos about productivity doesn't equal productivity. Saying, I'm going to study tomorrow, doesn't make tomorrow happen any faster. You're not failing because the world is out to get you. You're failing because you're waiting for the right moment, that perfect mood, some magical burst of motivation that never comes. Let's be honest, you've been asleep at the wheel. I'm not mad, I'm just not letting you lie to yourself anymore. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say, or here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say. Life doesn't care if you're ready. It won't align itself with your plans. You don't get to wait around for the perfect time or the perfect mood. If you want to remember everything, if you want to study less but retain more, you have to align with the demands of the grind. Time isn't the enemy. You are. You're scrolling, procrastinating, rewinding the same excuses over and over like a broken record. The solution isn't to hustle harder on random days when you feel like it. It's about creating systems that work even when you don't feel like it. Motivation? That's a sugar rush. Sweet, addictive, and totally unreliable. What you really need is discipline on autopilot. Japanese students don't rely on luck or last-minute cramming. They build systems, routines, habits that force results no matter what. It's not about studying 12 hours straight. It's about studying smart, using method over madness. Imagine automations in your life, tiny rituals that don't require effort to start. Studying at the same time every day, using spaced repetition, active recall. Fancy words, but what they mean is simple. You review info repeatedly over time, forcing your brain to lock it in. No distractions, no half-hearted attempts, just pure consistent action baked into your daily grind. And yeah, you're going to hate some of it, you'll want to quit, but guess what? That's the price of getting what you want. The world's broken, distracted, overwhelmed, but it's also wide open for whoever decides to show up and do the work. AI tools can help. Flashcards, quizzes, digital reminders. Communities keep you accountable. Habits once formed carry you through the days when you'd rather give up. The Japanese didn't invent memory miracles. They invented routine, the daily grind, the slow, steady burning of effort that looks like magic to the outside world. Let's talk about the grind. It's not supposed to be fun. You want balance? That's a luxury, not a right. Discipline isn't a mood, it's a muscle. You don't get results by squeezing your goals into leftover time. Dabble, and you'll get dabble results. You want to remember everything, study less, and actually win? Then you've got to lock in. Not for a week. Not until you feel like it. Forever. Discipline feels bad. That's why it works. Motivation fades. Spine doesn't. This isn't about hype or hustle culture. It's about showing up when you don't want to, doing what you don't want to so you can want the results later. So ask yourself, are you really trying? Or just pretending? Are you the lamest because you were born that way or because you chose to be? This is your moment, not next month, not after the next distraction. Now, you're not struggling because the opportunities aren't there. You're struggling because you're not hungry enough to grab them. So, are you in or are we having the same conversation next year? This isn't a pep talk. It's a mirror. If I could force this habit into my brain, so can you. Unless you still want to scroll, sir. That's the choice. The truth, the real flex. Are you ready to remember everything and by studying less? Or are you just going to keep pretending?